Hello friend, in this lecture we will discuss on the abbreviation element in HTML. So friend, let's start. The abbreviation element is a shortened form of a word or a phrase. That is, an abbreviation element in HTML allows us to clearly indicate a sequence of characters that define the abbreviation for a word. For example, we can use WHO instead of World Health Organization. Here WHO is the abbreviation and World Health Organization is the abbreviated word. Please note that an abbreviation element has both the opening abbreviation tag and also the closing abbreviation tag. And in between this opening abbreviation tag and the closing abbreviation tag, we will write the various abbreviated word. For example, we will write WHO in between the opening abbreviation tag and the closing abbreviation tag. Now to provide the full form for this abbreviated word, we will be using the title attribute just inside the opening abbreviation tag. And the value for this title attribute will be the full form of WHO. That is, the value is World Health Organization. Now as soon as we set the title attribute for an abbreviated element, immediately the browser will render a dotted underline just below this abbreviated word. For example, in this case, we will see a dotted line just below the abbreviated word WHO, and this dotted line is useful to indicate that there might be some extra information about this abbreviated word. Please note that this dotted line will only be available when we set the title attribute, else it will not be visible. And as soon as we hover on this dotted line, a small pop-up window will appear displaying the full form for this abbreviated word. That is, it will display World Health Organization inside the pop-up. Please note that an abbreviated element is an example of the inline element. Now let me quickly show you a sample code to explain the abbreviation element. Now if you see here, inside the body element we have an abbreviation element. That is, we have an opening abbreviation tag and a closing abbreviation tag. And in between this opening abbreviation tag and the closing abbreviation tag, we have the abbreviated word WHO. And what will be the full form for this abbreviated word is provided as a value of the title attribute. That is, the value for this title attribute is World Health Organization. And this title attribute is present in the opening abbreviation tag. Thus, when this code gets rendered in a browser, we can see the output as shown here. The abbreviation word WHO has a dotted line below it which indicates that there are some extra information available for this abbreviated word WHO. Please note, as soon as we hover on this dotted line, we will get a small pop-up with a description about WHO, that is the full form of WHO, which is World Health Organization, and this is the same value that we have provided inside the title attribute. Now let me switch into the HTML editor and write this code. Let's create an HTML document with the name as sample.html. The first statement will be the doc type declaration followed by HTML element, inside which we will have the head element, inside which we will have the title element. Let the title element be abbreviation element demo. Just after the closing head tag, let me start the body element, and the content of the body element will be the WHO was established on 7th April 1948. Now what is the full form of WHO? The full form of WHO is World Health Organization. Now to give that full form, what we will do, we will surround this word WHO with an opening abbreviation tag and the closing abbreviation tag. Let me do that. So I have surrounded the word WHO with an opening abbreviation tag and the closing abbreviation tag. Save this and right click to open in default browser. Just when this code is rendered in a browser, we can see that WHO was established on 7th April 1948. But so far we are not seeing the dotted line below the word WHO. This is because we have not set the title attribute inside the opening abbreviation tag. Now let's do that. Now in the opening abbreviation tag, we will set the title attribute, and the value for this title attribute will be World Health Organization. Save this, go back into the browser, refresh the browser, and we can see a small dotted line just below the word WHO. Now as soon as we hover on this dotted line, we can see World Health Organization in a small pop-up window. So this is all about the abbreviation element in HTML. Thank you for watching.